Hi everyone, this is Cassie and these are the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of March the 27th to April the 2nd. If you want to check out last week's predictions, you can click on the link above. And if you want a personal consultation with me, you can always find me on my psychic platform www.cassiekai.com, where you will get 3 free minutes with your subscription and extra free minutes every month. But let's see what next week looks like. For Aries, we had the Ace of Swords and now it's the Two of Swords. It's interesting that the Two of Swords followed the Ace, as that's the natural progression. The Ace of Swords is a card of clarity, of control, and it shows a decision that comes after getting a better understanding of how things are in a certain situation. So maybe last week you made a decision or you had the realization that allowed you to be more in control of things. However, the Two of Swords this week may put you in a dilemma. 2 different options will appear or 2 different ideas, and you may feel torn, not knowing which one is the best for you. For some of you, the Two of Swords will manifest as an agreement between you and another person, and that's also a card that shows reconciliation. But it doesn't have the emotional nature of the Two of Cups. The balance these two represents comes from the mind, from logic, but not from feelings. That's why this may have to do with finding common ground with someone, by making compromises and generally making a deal that will hold for a while but not for too long. The energy of the Two of Swords is rather temporary. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they are feeling conflicted or in denial. Things aren't clear to them and they don't know what they want or how to proceed. This is often expressed as a struggle between heart and mind. So maybe their heart tells them to go ahead with something, but their logic tells them otherwise. The Two of Swords is a moon in Libra, and that's about finding the right balance between what we want and what the right thing to do is. You will feel less emotional this week, as your decisions will be based on reason mostly than on emotions. So don't be surprised if you start having second thoughts about something. The strong days of this week will be Monday and Tuesday, and that's probably when you will make a deal with someone. For Taurus, we had the Devil and now it's the Wheel of Fortune, another major arcana card, which means that you are in a rather crucial stage of your life at this moment. The Devil speaks of obsessions, addictions, and when I say addictions, I don't necessarily mean addictions to substances, although that could be the case for some of you, but it could also be addictive thoughts or addictive feelings, and there might be a situation in your life that you know is not healthy, but at the same time you cannot let go of. Now, this week will give you the chance to make some deep changes, as that's what the Wheel of Fortune suggests. And it's not just your own decisions, but it's also changes and events orchestrated by life itself that will open new doors for you and will facilitate those changes that you want or need to make. So it's possible that this week there will be a karmic event, something that will have a fated feel to it, and it can be something big, like a very unexpected twist of fate, but it could also be something small, like a subtle message from the universe or gentle guidance from life itself that will show you the way and will lead you in new paths and new options that can liberate you from whatever is holding you back. If you want to know how someone feels about you, the Wheel of Fortune indicates there has been a shift, a change in their feelings. That means if they were negative or unresponsive, this week you will notice a change, but it can be the opposite too, a sudden change for the worse, because with the wheel that's always turning, there's no stability and no permanence. The trick is to remain grounded, to allow those changes to happen, and let things unfold as they may. Jupiter, the planet of luck, is associated with the Wheel of Fortune, and you may get an unexpected blessing related to a goal or an ambition you have, so that's a good time to expand your horizons in any way you need. The universe will support you in that. For Gemini, we got the Ten of Cups and now it's the Empress. These are very positive energies around you, Gemini. A lot of abundance coming into your life, and you should definitely try and take advantage of this energy. Maybe something came to fruition last week, or you experienced some very positive energies around your relationships. Perhaps someone said the right thing, or something you wished for a while now gave the first signs of manifestation, and now with the Empress you will experience growth and progress again in love and personal relationships. The Empress is a love card anyway, associated with the goddess of love, Venus, and that's why she foretells positive developments in love. For some of you, the Empress will be a wise advisor, someone who will help you with a relationship issue that's troubling you for a while now. So listen to what this person has to say, because she will give valuable insights. Also, the Empress is the mother archetype in tarot, and that's why your mother may ask for your help or your attention this week, or generally matters of fertility, pregnancy, and motherhood can be important this week. If you want to know how someone feels about you, it seems that they are in love with you. Feelings are warm, compassionate, and positive. However, for some of you, the Empress can manifest as someone who's overprotective, someone who's mothering you one way or another, and you may like that or not, but if you find it annoying, then that's definitely an issue that should be addressed. This will be a week of positive energies for you, and not just in love. You will find that people are more supportive of you, more willing to connect with you in a meaningful way. And as the Empress is also associated with nature, this week you will enjoy spending time outdoors, so if weather allows it where you live, try to spend time in nature. That will help you ground yourself and recharge. The strong days of this week are Wednesday and Friday, the day of Venus that, as we said, is associated with this card. For Cancer, we had the Two of Wands and now it's the Ace of Wands. The Two of Wands represents a decision, a choice between two different options, which means that last week there must have been some confusion, some uncertainty, some hesitation even, and the path ahead wasn't very clear. So there must have been things that you couldn't understand or figure out. However, this week with the Ace of Wands, even if little uncertainty is still there, since the energy of these two is still around you, you will decide to take drastic action, and this first step will set the wheels in motion. And maybe that first step will actually be to take a step back, as the Ace of Wands is usually the stage before the Two of Wands. So perhaps there's something you will rethink or reconsider, or something that you will decide to restart, or even to try a new way, a new approach of doing things. If you're wondering how someone feels about you, they feel drawn to you, and feelings are warm, passionate, and sexual. The Ace of Wands is a very good sign for new relationships, as aces show potential for growth, especially if things have been stuck or unstable. One thing to remember about aces when they describe feelings is that it's either the early stages or a new stage in an emotional connection. The Ace of Wands is messages and communication, and that's why you may receive an important message this week or news that will somehow trigger action. Either you will be pushed to take action in some way, or you will push another who will respond in a way that promotes growth, progress, and fast developments. Generally, the Ace of Wands is a fast card, just like the Two of Wands, and that's why things will continue to move fast this week, and there will be communications, news, and positive developments. The strong part of this week seems to be the first part, so it's between Monday and Wednesday that the energy of this ace will be felt the most. For Leo, we had the Queen of Wands and now it's the Eight of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands is a card of action, so there must have been action and progress in your life last week. Something was completed in a successful way, or you made considerable progress in something, and there must have been some fast developments. Also, your energy levels must have been high, and generally you were more optimistic and more active. The Eight of Pentacles you got this week is basically a card of work, a card of effort. And although this card too foretells progress, it's slower and you will probably feel that things are slowing down. Maybe you will decide to fine-tune something in order to get the best results, and your experience will prove to be useful this week. So there might be a situation which is a repeat of something that happened in the past, or something that was disrupted in the previous weeks or months will restart now, will continue now. Generally, the Eight of Pentacles is effort, so this week may be a little more demanding than the previous one, because the progress that this Eight indicates always comes after several stages of personal effort. If you want to know how someone feels about you, the Eight of Pentacles indicates that their feelings are growing, even if growth seems to be slow at times, as Pentacles are slow energies. However, Pentacles indicate long-lasting situations. That's why if you have worked a lot on a relationship, very soon you will start seeing the results of that work. So expect that something will get more stable or even more serious this week, and your partner or the person you are interested in will be more focused on your relationship and more willing to make the necessary effort. Astrologically, the Eight of Pentacles is the Sun in Virgo, and the Sun in that position will illuminate and bring luck to your professional life, to your finances, and you will be very methodical, practical, and down to earth. The decisions you will make this week will have long-term effects. The end of this week seems to hold the strongest energy, so it's between Friday and Sunday that we'll experience the energy of this Eight the most. For Virgo, it was the Four of Wands and now it's the Page of Wands. As we saw last week, the Four of Wands indicates the successful end of a stage that often comes with a reward or a celebration. Also, the Four of Wands can be an important social event that you had to attend, a ceremony, a party, or a social gathering that required your presence in some way. With the Page of Wands this week, you will feel quite energized and enthusiastic about an idea you will have, an idea that will push you into action. A person who's a fire sign or ascendant, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, will be very supportive, inspiring, and motivating, and this might be someone who's younger than you or someone who has a very youthful energy. For some of you, this may be your kid that will do or say something and make you very proud. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they feel attracted to you, and if this is a new relationship, they wish to get to know you better. Or if it's an existing relationship, there might be a new beginning of sorts, or you may decide to spice it up by introducing some new and exciting activities or new energies in general. And speaking of activities, this week you may decide to take on a new hobby, or for some of you, the Page of Wands will manifest as a professional offer. And there might be some very interesting and fast developments in your career, progress that will come faster than you expected, while for some of you the Page of Wands will be a new project that's about to start, one that has a lot of potential to become a great success. As pages are message bearers, you will receive some interesting messages or information this week, maybe unexpectedly too. Be surprised if someone comes to you with an unexpected offer or invitation. The strong days of this week will be from Monday to Wednesday, so make a note for those days. For Libra, we had the Ten of Swords and now it's the Three of Cups. Things are improving big time for you, Libra. The Ten of Swords you had last week can be quite challenging, quite dramatic. It shows endings, disruptions, negative thoughts, negative feelings, and generally energy that makes us feel rather uncomfortable. But at the same time, perhaps you got clarity on something that confused you before. Now the Three of Cups foretells positive energy, connection with supportive people, basically friends, as the Three of Cups is the card of friendship, so expect that your friends will play a very important role in your life this week. And in fact, it can be a friend that will tell you something that will help you snap out of a negative cycle, so make sure you connect with those who love you and try to not alienate yourself, as there might be a tendency to do so, since the vibe of the Ten of Swords is still around you. The Three of Cups, as someone's feelings, indicates that their feelings are growing. Threes always show growth anyway, and generally expect that things will get much better this week. If there has been an argument, you can expect that you will take some steps towards a reconciliation, or for some of you, the Three of Cups could be a crush on a friend, so don't be surprised if you start seeing a friend with different eyes. The Three of Cups represents teamwork, so if you're working in a team, you will experience a good connection and you will feel there is a meeting of the minds, especially if things have been difficult in the previous weeks and you could not agree on how to get things done. This week the vibe is changing and there will be more support, more cooperation, and a willingness to join forces and get things done in a way that's beneficial for all people involved. Astrologically, the Three of Cups is Mercury in Cancer, and that means you will be discussing personal relationships, emotional issues. Mercury in Cancer can be very sensitive, so this is a good week to talk about how you feel or to reveal your feelings to someone. The strong day of this week is Wednesday. For Scorpio, we had the King of Swords and now it's the Five of Wands. The King of Swords is usually someone who's an air sign or ascendant, Aquarius, Libra or Gemini, and also someone who seems to be emotionally detached. So perhaps you had to deal with someone who appeared to be cold or aloof, or someone who's away from you at this stage, either physically or emotionally. The King of Swords is an air card, so mental activity, your thoughts must have been quite intense last week. Now the Five of Wands brings some fire in the mix, and fire means action. So it's very possible you will decide to take action on your thoughts, on your plans. However, be prepared for some resistance. The Five of Wands is often people working at cross purposes, and that's why there might be someone or even a group of people who will be opposed to your plans one way or another, and that could cause some power struggles in your relationships. So there might be some disputes, some disagreements, nothing too serious, as the Five of Wands is not really an aggressive card, but it can show some frustration, especially if there is someone in your life who likes to fight for the sake of it. And there's a pattern in your relationship that causes you to fight often because it's in some strange way that makes you feel that you are in control or that you keep the relationship alive. The Five of Wands as feelings indicates power struggles, like I said. So although there is strong attraction and a strong sexual desire, at the same time there are contrasts, probably because aspects of your personality are not always aligned. But if you manage to work on that and break this pattern, your relationship will improve considerably. Astrologically, the Five of Wands is Saturn in Leo, and that means you or someone around you will be very stubborn and tough to move from their position. But at the same time, you won't be afraid of hard work and you may achieve a leadership role this week. You will be able to carry the load of your work and your responsibilities very efficiently. The Five of Wands puts emphasis on the last part of the week between Friday and Sunday. For Sagittarius, we had the Eight of Swords and now it's the Two of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords is a card of restrictions, limitations, mental anguish. Something must have happened last week that made you feel that you have no control or very limited control over circumstances, and you must have felt trapped in some way. The Eight of Swords is a mental prison basically, so many of those perceived restrictions come from our own limited thinking. However, that vibe seems to break this week because the Two of Pentacles, instead of restrictions, gives you options and choices. Stability is not there yet, as the Two of Pentacles shows you going back and forth and there are ups and downs still, but energy seems to be released finally and you will start exploring those options. You may feel tempted to juggle two different situations at once, and although that could for a while, that's not a situation that you could maintain for a long time. So if finding stability means that you need to make a choice, then a choice should be made soon and you will have a window of about 2 weeks to make your final decision. The Two of Pentacles as feelings indicates there are feelings, but there's also a great deal of ambiguity and uncertainty. That's why someone may be hot and cold with you, or they may appear and disappear all the time, and that will cause you confusion. You don't have to respond or give final answers this week if you don't feel ready for that. Try to go with the flow, observe what is going on, and act when you feel more confident that you can see the bigger picture. The Two of Pentacles astrologically is Jupiter in Capricorn, and Jupiter will bless with good luck your career, your finances, and your ambitions. That's why this is a good week to go after what you want decisively and trusting that the universe will support you. The strong day of this week seems to be Tuesday. For Capricorn, we had the Wheel of Fortune and now the Knight of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune can be a very intense energy, as it's one of the karmic cards in Tarot, and that means there must have been some interesting developments last week, big or small, that triggered some changes, possibly orchestrated by fate or life itself. The Knight of Pentacles this week will be someone in your life who's an Earth sign or ascendant, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, and you will discuss and organize practical matters together. That can be about your personal life. For instance, you are making plans for your relationship and the practical aspects of it. But it can also be professional, so you can expect some slow but steady progress in your career. There will be some interesting developments regarding a financial matter or a property matter this week, so this is an auspicious week to resolve issues in those areas of your life. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they do have feelings, but you may find them rather conservative and traditional in their approach. And that could be someone who doesn't want to take risks in a relationship and is not willing to compromise their safety or their security in any way. For some, that could mean that your partner or the person you are interested in is putting their career first or other responsibilities and practical things, but it's also about how they express their love and their interest. They may not be very romantic, but they will show they care through acts of service. Knights are always on a quest, and that's why knights are often helpers, so it's possible that this week you will receive help if you need, especially in your professional life, and you may find that there's a very supportive presence around you, an ally that will side with you and defend you if need be. The energy of this night will last for 2 weeks, and these 2 weeks will be very favorable for getting things done in methodical ways, and that applies either to your career or your personal life. So try to remain as grounded and realistic as you can, and you will be surprised by the results you are able to produce. For Aquarius, we had the Queen of Cups and now it's the Ten of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups is a love card, so it's love and relationships that must have required your energy last week. Also a person who's a water, sun or ascendant, Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio, with whom you connected in a very pleasant and harmonious way. With the Ten of Pentacles you got this week, family, career and property matters will be in the foreground, and there will be probably a very positive and successful completion in one of those areas. So for instance, maybe some of you who are looking to buy or sell a house will find the right seller or buyer respectively. Or there might have been a family issue that was causing some frustration, and this week there will be a family meeting that will resolve this issue once and for all, hopefully. Tens are the higher manifestation of their energy, and that's why this 10 has the strongest energy of the suit of Pentacles. Pentacles are slow cards, but their effects is for the long term, and that's why what will happen this week will have long-lasting results. It's very important to make the right choices, those you feel that will benefit you for a long time and not only for the short term. If you want to know how someone feels about you, their feelings are strong and solid. They want a long-lasting relationship with you, so it's very possible that the relationship will become more official or more committed this week. However, for some of you, the Ten of Pentacles shows that the person you are interested in is in a relationship with another, probably married, or you are married, and that can make things complicated, especially if you are looking for stability in a situation that by nature cannot be stable. Astrologically, the Ten of Pentacles is Mercury in Virgo, and that will make you very practical and methodical, which will help you achieve great results in career, finances, and practical matters in general. The energy of the Ten of Pentacles will last for approximately 10 days, and you'll get the chance to sort out practical matters in a very successful way. For Pisces, we had the Knight of Wands and now it's the Four of Swords. The Knight of Wands is one of the fast cards in Tarot, and that's why last week there must have been some fast or unexpected developments in your professional or personal life, and a person who's a fire sign or ascendant, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, must have played a significant role for you. The Four of Swords this week indicates that things will slow down a little because this is the opposite of the Knight. It's a slow card that shows you will take a step back either to reassess a situation or to get some rest and put your thoughts in order. For some of you, the Four of Swords will be the end of a stage when you stop and think of what your next steps should be. And there's no need to rush at all as things are still developing, even if energies are now slow, so you can take a break and think about what you want to do next. For some of you, the Four of Swords will be recovery, so if you were dealing with a health issue or if someone close to you was ill, expect that these weak energies will start stabilizing and improvement will start happening. If you want to know how someone feels about you, their feelings are calm, positive, they feel at ease in your presence. What some of you may find annoying though about this energy is that the person you are interested in may be okay with how things are and they may not feel to make changes. And that's okay if you two are same way, but if you're waiting impatiently for them to take the next step, that can be a little problematic. Astrologically, the Four of Swords is Jupiter in Libra, and Jupiter in that position will bless your relationships, your communications, and your looks. This is a good week to talk about the future of a relationship or to make changes in your appearance. The strong day of this week seems to be Thursday. So these were the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of March 27 to April the 2nd. I hope you enjoyed them and I will see you again next week. Have a great week.